Conflicts and severely challenging situations can produce unhealthy and highly unfulfilling working environments. They can endanger the success or even cause the challenge of research projects. Based on this knowledge and on prior experiences, a conflict prevention and management system has been implemented. This innovative tool is used for the first time as organizational and operational framework of the research project Transec.
We at SALV, we coordinated 25 projects in the last decade, and we thought in 2012 that we look for a new innovative tool for management and coordination, and this is why we now transfer for the first time a CPM system from the business context to the research context. A CPM system is a conflict prevention and moderation system, and we adapted it according to the needs of research. What is the objective of a CPM system? The objective is twofold. First of all, we would like to increase the collaboration quality, the work environment. And secondly, we would like to minimize the costs. For example, costs of high turnover of staff or costs of sick leave. We are 130 people working together in this consortium and with different cultural backgrounds and from 5 different countries. A CPM system we consider as a bundle of activities over the project time that are conducted and guided by a professional team like supervisors, mediators. And these activities are training measures, are supervision, mediation. It can be a workshop as well. And each of this measure is elaborated according to the needs of the consortium. It might be at the beginning of a project that one say, we need a workshop on intercultural sensitization to establish an open conflict culture, or there is simply a training measure needed, a supervision for the coordinators, for the managers of the project to reflect how they work and how the process is ongoing. So far we have very good experience with the CPM system within our consortium.
A conflict is basically, in my opinion, a communication problem. 2 different parts are trying to communicate, and the message that comes out from one part is not understood by the other side in the way that the first part wanted to say. And I see that if we have these communication problems, then we could eventually have conflicts. The conflict has a potential impact, especially a negative impact in cooperation projects, because the different partners that were supposed to work together quite well will not be able to do that. That's why a conflict is a risk for any kind of project, because it will reduce the potential output of a project. Challenges. One of them is accepting and understanding. Second one is accepting that the conflicts are normal, we have to deal with them, and there are mechanisms and possibilities to manage the conflict. That means everybody has to be open to this, they have to accept, they have to understand their role in this conflict, and they must be also willing to take actions to solve this problem.
2 plus 2. 22. Equals? Now tell us, what is 4? How can we do this? We are working for innovation. Let us go to it.
CPM works on different levels. First of all, it works that simply it is there. Yeah, this already raises awareness for people, for situations, how they cooperate and how cooperation can work. Yeah, secondly is we do awareness training. Yeah, we raise awareness about the issue, what can happen in a distant organization like Transec, and people then hopefully easier can handle situations later on. And then as well, we work with decentralized structure. We have the so-called conflict contact points or focal persons, and they can be contacted if somebody observes something, but they can address certain things as well. They have a relatively wide mandate. Yeah, and very often then they sort it out among themselves, and that's very important because Transec is such a decentralized organizational system, so the CPM also needs a fairly much decentralized system to properly work with the situations that can occur. We have a core group or a central group, and part of this group are experienced professional mediators, for example. And on the prevention side, they facilitate meetings, they are present, yeah, or they do coaching as well. And on the other side, if conflict occurs, they can be called in as well. And same on the Tanzanian side. The world gets faster, the world gets more complex. Yeah, knowledge is only for a couple of years and no longer for decades. But this is also true for people and individuals and their behavior and so on. And very often, like people, they can acquire certain knowledge and then they are able to manage in a certain way, but they can't know everything. And during the last years, and especially with the decade of the brain, so about neuroscience, we have learned many things about individuals and also about conflicts. And not everybody can know that. So for me, it's the professional stance. Yeah? It is highly professional in modern, bigger research consortiums, yeah, with different institutes, to have a CPM system there. Because otherwise, I would even say this isn't professional any longer.
CPM is a service unit, and I think that's really important. It's something which is offered to the researchers. It's something that is supposed to support researchers. It doesn't lead a life in itself, or at least it shouldn't do this. And so it's a service unit. It's a support unit. And it's basically the idea that you have structures to deal with difficult situations and with conflicts that can help you to solve these conflicts and that can help you to deal with the situations. So you don't want to wait until conflicts arise and difficult situations arise and then find structures for that, but you want to be prepared for that. So that is the whole idea about having a conflict management system. You want to be prepared for difficult situations and for conflicts, so that when they arise, you can act in the very moment when they arise. And in that way, it's a management tool, it's a coordination tool. It's something that you need when you want to make sure that the overall outcome of the research project, of the company, whatever, is supposed to be good.
The aim of my dissertation is to develop a model of conflict prevention and management for international and transdisciplinary projects, because global challenges such as food security or also climate change are highly complex issues that need the cooperation expertise of scientists from different disciplines, but also organizations and countries. The Transec is an ideal case study because the integration of a conflict management program has been made part of the project design by project management, and this enables me on the one side to be part of the implementation process, and so we had to establish the needs for a conflict management program and also get recommendations, and at the same time it allows me to do research on the implementation process. And it was our aim to have a high participation of project members. And so we chose a mixed method approach, and we have used, for example, focus group discussions, but also semi-structured interviews, and the participatory method of World Cafe, and also interactive conceptual workshops to get data from project members. And this will be complemented by a quantitative survey of all project members. We will do this at a later stage. And all research results are also discussed in a group of experts that have expertise in setting up conflict management programs in different work environments, such as the corporate sector or universities, for example.
Decided to hit trees, and they mixed both the indigenous and the foreign trees. But mostly they prefer the indigenous trees so as to have the natural environment as it used to be before.
And team building to better understand each other is continuously conducted.
Because Transec as a project, first of all, it's a large project. It brings together people from different cultural backgrounds. And we're working with the farmers at very lower levels. So first conflicts can occur between the people we're working with, even if we're from the same country, but us working with the farmers, we are different, yeah? We don't know their values, and we don't practice their values, and they don't practice our values. So cultural differences can bring in this, but we also these interracial relationships we have, sometimes it's very easy for conflicts to come in. But also in Transec we are working, different professionals working together, so you can imagine bringing different professionals to come to the same decision. Sometimes it may bring about conflicts until we reach a decision. So in Transec, yes, a lot of possibilities for conflicts to occur.
We've got north-south institutions, and the social backgrounds are different. So we have got social differences. Now, if the north doesn't understand or appreciate the social setting of the south, that could be a source of conflict, and vice versa. If the southern partners don't understand the social issues of the north, it can be a problem. People should be made aware of CPM. So that is the entry point. So immediately at the beginning of any grouping, the CPM should be introduced. But also, CPM can apply any time when there is a likelihood of a problem. So we should not wait for a problem to happen, because this is the whole concept is to prevent conflicts happening. So it can be applied as early as possible when there are some likelihoods of differences in people. So it should come there. But definitely, because CPM is a new concept to many people, I think right at the start, people should be made aware of.
Hii mbinu, si ndio? Tunataka tupige kula. Kila mtu ataangalia.
When we attended the first meeting in May, we tried to formulate or to organize a structure, how it will work. We tried to put on the focal points from each organization, that each organization has one focal person for conflict mediation and prevention. Every 3 months, the focal point should meet and see how we are going on under the project as Tanzanian partners. And also we tried to appoint someone as an acting coordinator for Tanzanian team. That is Professor Henry Mamo. And in the next meeting, I think we'll sit and approve him or select someone who will be the coordinator and the assistant coordinator. And I think through that structure, Tanzanian team will have a complete CPM system where issues will be taken if they arise during the implementation of the project.
Notice that the teachers were asking, because at the beginning the teachers said, if you give us 6 months, then we shall forget.
And we have a working relation that is quite good in the project, I guess, but still there are some irritations now and then, and I think CPM can help to make the processes run smoother and maybe faster also after some time of introduction. And it might help that people are not just working together but also really respect each other and know how to anticipate if there's a problem or not, and can be aware of things before something really big issues occur.
Working with several people in my organization, in the course of fulfilling your responsibilities, you can come across a certain dispute, especially with your subordinates, or sometimes it can be with your boss. Sometimes you can be with the staff along your level. So issues can arise, then you need to find the solution or to solve the solution, the issues when you are trying to work harmoniously with the people. So I see this is very important. And also, I'm a mother. I have children. Children can have misunderstanding among themselves, or they can have misunderstanding with me or with their father. So I must make sure that I make the environment convenient for my people, in my family, and also in the community. I'm the leader in the community around me. So there are some issues surrounding me which need me to do the mediation, the prevention of conflicts. So I think this is very useful to me because as a leader, I have a lot of issues to resolve, a lot of issues to organize, to coordinate.
It is important to me because I take it as a tool for changing partly my own life, but also in my organization way of doing things, especially in handling conflict, because really I find it to be a very interesting tool that could be implemented by any person. Just to create a conducive environment and peace environment.
Until now, the feedback of the consortium is very positive. The most important issue was that people have accepted CPM. The challenge is always to tailor CPM services according to project needs, since each project differs in terms of size, budget, number of people and tasks. We use CPM as a new research model in already 3 projects. We hope to be able to establish CPM systems as a new coordination standard in international research projects.
lale lale navumi tusilale bado mapambano navumi tusilale